Hello, I'm Carolyn Monck. I'm a naturopathic doctor from Paris, Tennessee, and I'm here today to talk about adrenal fatigue. It's something that is very common. We're hearing a lot more about it. In fact, in daily conversation, you no doubt hear people talking about how exhausted they are, how no matter how much sleep they get, they still can't seem to get through the day, or maybe how their brain feels foggy. They are unfocused or maybe even confused, or they don't have the memory capacity that they used to have. People are frustrated and not knowing why this is all happening. Recently, in doing some research on hormone issues, I found a book that takes all of these symptoms, all of these issues, and puts them together under the title of Adrenal Fatigue. And it said that about 80% of the people in the United States suffer from some level of adrenal fatigue, maybe even you. Since this can go from just a frustrating issue to a life-threatening issue, it's something we really want to know more about. And so today I'm going to explain what adrenal fatigue is, some of the things that we can do about it, and how it's caused. So let's start with what it is. We talked about some of the symptoms. Those also could be lack of sleep. It could be not being able to deal with the frustrations in life as we used to, or it takes us a lot more time to recover after a common cold or the flu. But what adrenal fatigue really is a decrease or a lack of the hormones produced by the adrenal glands, or deficiency of those. Your adrenal glands are little glands that sit on the top of your kidneys. These are your stress glands, and what the hormones that they produce help you deal with the daily stresses in your life, as well as the big events that happen in your life that cause stress. When these get depleted, then you get tired. And this can start with one episode, maybe even a severe case of respiratory illness can cause adrenal fatigue, or it can be caused by a buildup over time of the little stresses in life. It could be, some of those little stresses could be just getting through the day, being in traffic, dealing with our family issues, a job that we don't like, maybe an unhappy marriage. A lot of things can contribute to that. And then there's the bigger things in life, maybe the loss of a loved one, a disaster. All of these things building up can deplete our adrenal hormones. The adrenal hormones don't only affect that area of our life, but they also control or regulate many other hormones in our body, such as the thyroid hormones, the pituitary hormones, the pancreas hormones. All of those other hormones, even the sex hormones, are regulated by the adrenal hormones. So if they're out of balance, then all of those other things are also out of balance. So what can we do about that? Hundreds of thousands of people have gone to their medical doctor with these symptoms and leave the doctor's office being told that there's nothing wrong with them. And the reason for that is because doctors are not looking for adrenal fatigue. There is no patentable treatment for adrenal fatigue, so the pharmaceutical companies aren't interested in it. And since the pharmaceutical companies control the medical schools and what they teach, many doctors are not even being taught about adrenal fatigue. So it's something that they don't even look for. If your doctor does suspect maybe there's a problem with your adrenal glands, the test that they run for that would be for Addison's disease. And Addison's disease is the extreme low point of adrenal hormones. As we all know, I've gone to school, we know about the bell curve. So there's an extreme high and an extreme low, but most of us are in that in-between area. So if you don't test for the extreme low for Addison's disease, they're going to say that you're in the normal range of adrenal hormone production, and there's nothing to worry about and nothing to do. But that's really not the case. We want to find out where your optimal level of adrenal hormones is, not the normal range. So many people wonder, what can I do to help that situation if it's something I feel that I have? Is there something that I can do myself to change this situation? And the answer is yes and no. For some of the things that you can do maybe to prevent it from getting worse, or maybe to benefit, increase it a little bit, some of the things you can look at it are your lifestyle. First of all, let's look at sleep. We need the proper amount of sleep for our body to heal. The proper amount and the proper time for sleep is very important. The proper amount would be 8 to 10 hours of sleep a day, and the proper time is the time that your body is producing healing hormones. Your body produces special hormones that help heal your body between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., but only when you're asleep. So if you're not asleep during that time, say you have a job where you're working during that time, your body's never going to be benefiting from those healing hormones. Also, they say that if all the hours you sleep before midnight give your body the same benefit of 2 hours of sleep after midnight. So your physical body heals between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. and your mental and emotional part of your body heals between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. So it's real important to be sleeping during those times. A second area you might want to look at is hydration. Now, my clients all day long tell me how much they drink. They drink tea, they drink soda, they drink juice, they drink tea and coffee. What they don't realize is the only thing that hydrates the body is water. And then, of course, there's water and there's water. You want to have the best kind of water you can get. And you want your water clusters to be as small as you can get them so that they properly hydrate your tissues. And you want your pH to be between 8 and 9.5. So you're looking at drinking the right kind of water, getting the right kind of sleep. You also want to look at your diet. The things that you should be eating and the things that you should be avoiding are also important. Some other areas are, who are you associating with? Are the people that you're with stressing you out? Look at your mental attitude. That's also an important factor. So there's many areas. You might be deficient in a nutrient, say an amino acid or an enzyme or a vitamin. So looking at those things can kind of help you regulate this to a certain extent. And there's a lot of information available to you. There's many, many books on hormone issues. There's information on the internet. There's infomercials and doctors' programs on television, all that can give you some information. But you want to have the right information for you. So how do you get that? That's why I am so excited about ENA Sciences, because you are a unique individual with special needs. When we look at you as a person, you have your family history, your physical, personal history, your lifestyle. Many things go into making you who you are, and what is right for somebody else may not have any effect on your body. So with the ENA Sciences Home Test Kit, we are testing your specific body situation, your imbalances. And it not only tests the imbalance, but why it's there. So you may go to a medical doctor, they may do a test and say, this person is low in this hormone, so we're going to do hormone replacement therapy. They're giving you a medication to replace that drug, not to help your body produce it. With the ENA Sciences test, once your hormones are analyzed and they take into account all of what's going on in your body, not just that you're low over here, maybe in an adrenal hormone, and you might be low in a thyroid hormone. They're not just going to give you something for your adrenal hormones and something for your thyroid hormone. They're going to look at why your body's not producing the hormone that's low or missing. Maybe it's a precursor, it could be a nutrient, it could be an amino acid, an enzyme, a vitamin. Why isn't that working? And if we get this hormone in balance, what's it going to do to this one? Do we need to give something for this one as well? Or will this take care of that and regulate that? So the creams that are made specifically for you address your exact issues. You are as individual as a snowflake or your fingerprints, so your treatment should also be as individual as that. And when that happens, then you can get well. Your body will start to produce the things it needs to do and heal itself when it's given the tools it needs to have.